Hi guys, have you ever had a need to solder a plug and not know where to connect the wires? Stay tuned and I will quickly show you how to do that in this short video. So in my particular situation, I just ordered this Audio-Technica jack cable, which I want to use for my ATH M50X BT headphones. The problem is that the original cable was designed for the M50X non-Bluetooth version, and without doing any proper research before, I thought that the cable should match this version as well. But no, it doesn't match because it comes with this smaller jack plug. This is the 2.5 millimeters, and my headphones are using the 3.5 standard jack plug. So my solutions were either to find an adapter, but I couldn't find any proper adapters, female 2.5 to male 3.5, and I decided to just replace the jack entirely on this cable because the cable looks pretty solid and so on. Now I just ordered these new jack plugs from Sennheiser. Now I didn't know which connector on the front would match the ones on the back here, and besides that, I didn't know which wire should match the connectors themselves, you know. So I had to do something very rarely these days, a little bit of thinking on my own, because I couldn't find any helpful information on YouTube. And I remembered I have this multimeter right here. And I know a couple of things about how to use it, but by any means I'm no electrician. And what I will show you is usable for any sort of plug which you don't have a clear diagram of wires or connectors before, and you don't know how to use it, how to solder the wires. So this is the multimeter, and what I did was I switched it to the ohm, to the omega sign here, metering, and turn it into an ohm meter. And what this does is checking the resistance of a conductor. Okay, it basically checks if electricity can go through that conductor or not, and how much resistance does it offer. Now, as a safety measure or a safety advice, please never use this ohm meter on a live environment. By live environment, I mean full electricity running through it, so 220 or 110, or a battery. You know, you shouldn't use this on a battery neither. Everything that has voltage on it will probably ruin your device or even harm you. Okay, that being said, this is how you measure it. If you connect these two points together, you should get a value close to 0. As close as to 0 it is, it means that electricity can run through it smoothly. It doesn't offer any resistance. And what I did was I took my new stereo plug and tried to find the mappings on the back side with the front end here. So I started with the front part. By the way, these are the connectors, the yellow parts, not the black ribbons. The black ribbons uses separators. So if I do this, I now know, by the way, because I did it earlier. This is the front tip of the connector matches the rear tip of the back end part. So you see the resistance gets close to 0. The second stereo channel, the second yellow part of the connector, is matched to the connector on top. Again, close to 0. And the ground is matched to this one. Well, this was pretty obvious, of course, because it's a continuous line here, you know. But anyway, okay, so this being known, I now have the problem of not knowing which of these wires, which of the wires from the old cable should be connected to the new jack. In order to find this out, I had to check the old jack plug using the same technique. Okay, so I take the first end, the first stereo connector, the first stereo channel, and try each wire at a time. I know that the front tip is connected to the green wire, You see, it goes close to 0. And I know that the ground is connected to the black wire. And that remaining stereo channel is connected to the red wire. Okay, so I now know which wire should be connected to which connector on the jack plug. You can use this approach to find out any diagram of any type of plug you can imagine and do the soldering afterwards. I now have to use this tool for soldering. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, please help me by clicking the like button. And that's it. Have a very nice day ahead. Cheers.